And if we are not finding each other with the president, we are going to withdraw all our MMCs in all areas where we are participating with the ANC. So if by this evening, Dunga is not reappointed as the MMC of Finance, all our MMCs in Johannesburg, in Mohali City, in PE, in Ekurhuleni, all of them are going to step down. We're not scared of a fight. They want to bring it on, we're ready for it. And we're not desperate for positions, we have never been. We are here to make a contribution. I just saw this as muddying the waters during the most critical period where we have to find each other. A person goes and removes an MMC at night without even engaging the leadership of the EFF. We have had a very good working relationship with the leadership of the ANC in Gauteng. We have had direct communication with the chairperson of the ANC in Gauteng and the secretary. But since the announcement that they are going to work with the DA, those guys have completely blocked us from any form of communication. So don't think you can threaten the EFF by taking away MMCs. We will never be shaken by such things. We are aware that they say they are going to unplug us. We cannot be unplugged by fools. We are going to withdraw ourselves. We are not desperate, and we are going to remain. There is no Dunga who's going to any legislature. He's going to be a councillor, and he's going to fight from the opposition benches in the Ekurhuleni municipality. And the same goes for all of them. So the deputy president must start preparing resignation letters for all of them. That once I meet the president, they say they are not willing to accommodate it tonight, not tomorrow, tonight. Then we know the deal is off. And we can as well just walk away. We're not like Muzwandile Masina, who was desperate till now, bitter to the end, wanting to be a mayor at all costs. So we're not those kind of people who are here for position. South Africa, we have made contribution to the struggle of South Africa at an early age. And it doesn't mean we must exit through ministerial positions or anything. We can exit at any time if the South Africans wish so. But you cannot do away with the kind of contribution we've made in the struggle for the total liberation of our people in South Africa. So be rest assured, we cannot be intimidated by positions. Positions are never anything. Listen to all these ex-prisoners, gangsters, and all of them, how they negotiate. They tell you position from when they enter the gate. No principles, no nothing. The DA has got no principal agreements with the ANC. They've agreed on positions. They actually told him that we want 1, 2, 3, 4 departments, and those departments must be exclusively for us, and you must not interfere. And he says he has refused. He said, no, we can agree on ministries as to which ones, that should be left to the president. And there's no ministry that can be exclusively for white people of the DA. Because cabinet ministry means a collective leadership. So it can't be that there are certain departments which are not accountable to the president. At least if he's honest by that, then we know that there's already a contestation. Right at the beginning, they can't find one another. So let's allow that process to unfold. If the DA goes into government, and this must be known to all of you, if the DA goes into government, the official opposition is MKP. That's what you must know. That's how it works. There's no one who's going to be in government and still be an official opposition. And MKP and ourselves were together. We shall be official opposition together. We'll help each other in that role together. We are more experienced than them. We've been here. And we've got a cordial relationship with them. So even when we are chairpersons of the committees or speakers, we remain opposition. It is allowed. They can't say you are now a chairperson of a committee, you can't be an opposition party. No. The IFP was the chairperson of SCOPA, and it remained an opposition party. So our acceptance of this responsibility, if Veronica becomes a speaker, it doesn't mean anything about EFF being an opposition. It remains an opposition party opposed to the current government. There's no need, really. The people of South Africa must swallow what they've decided to chew. And they decided to chew 40% of the ANC. So why should you field a presidential candidate for what? That's what they said they want. Why do they go and make decisions and hope someone is going to rescue them from the other side? It's their own decision. They chose load shedding. They chose Ramaphosa. They chose the highest level of unemployment. They chose racism. That's what they chose. So if the ANC fails to come together with progressive formations, we are prepared to sit back. But let's tell you, we'll fully participate in this parliament. And this time around, we have taken a decision not to play a role of a disruption, of being robust, of engaging to a point where we follow up that which was rejected illegally in parliament through peaceful protest on the streets. You will never see us on the stage. You will never see us fighting with any bouncer, anything of that sort. We are here as a 10-year-old organization with mature parliamentary politics, well experienced, to make sure that the views of those who voted for us are well represented. From now onwards, when you say there is a racist at our work, we check the historical tweeting of yours. If you have been tweeting ANC-DA, go and fight with those white people alone. We are now representing our own people who have been supporting us. Skatele manje. Skatele. We are with our people. And let me reassure you, this party is going to grow. This deal is the best deal you can ever think of. We did this deal almost the same in 2016. What happened after 2016? We increased our votes in 2019. We moved from 25 members of parliament to 44 members of parliament. So we have never engaged in a deal that is detriment to the growth of the EFF. We have always made calculations as to how do we grow our movement. So we are well within our right. We have not lost our support. The base that we started with in 2014 were not there. Anyone who says we are back there is not true. We are not in 2014. We have just lost some few seats and we are going to bounce back very strongly in 2026, and we are going to work in a focused manner. If you go and look at the list of the EFF now, in the legislatures, in the national parliament, in the NCOP, and look at where those people are coming from, we no longer put people who come from constituencies that don't vote for EFF. We are now choosing people who are choosing the EFF. We are a national organization. We'll find footprint everywhere. But we're not going to have, for instance, over-representation of people of KwaZulu-Natal in this parliament when they've not given us anything. They will get what is proportionate to what they gave us in these elections. And that applies to everyone. So we need to make sure that we all, if we need the assistance of the EFF, let's vote for the EFF. After the election, someone sends me a video of a community drinking water from a well. A well is like a hole. So they take water with a cup, put in a bucket. They say, no, can you do a borehole for these people? Then I said, that's fine, we'll do a borehole. Send me the VD results of that voting station. And then they said, ANC, so why are you sending me this? Go where you voted. You don't know where you voted. Why are you coming to me? So when a water comes from a well, it tells you that there's too much water underground. Even when you drill a borehole, you are not going to struggle. Yet an ANC councillor does not drill a borehole. The ANC municipality does not drill a borehole. The ANC government does not drill a borehole. The EFF must go and drill a borehole. No, we now know the VDs that have voted for the EFF, and those are the people who are going to service. It doesn't mean we can't grow our base into the other constituencies, but as a party, you need to have your priorities right. Otherwise, you are going to undermine your growth. You are going to invest your resources where there are no dividends. We need dividends now. I'm really pleading, whether we like MKP or we don't like MKP, if you want peace in KwaZulu-Natal, which is not going to be instigated by MKP, which is not going to be instigated by EFF, that violence, the people are going to rise. If you go against the wish, you know, in KZN is worse. The MKP get 45%. The second party gets 18%. And you still think you can overlook that party? I told President Cyril Ramaphosa, I said, your own rules on coalition say a party with the highest number must be the one that lead. Please allow MKP to lead. Do not undermine the voice of the people of KwaZulu-Natal if we respect democracy. And we make that plea that please allow MKP to lead in KwaZulu-Natal. We are not in any formal agreement with them. We are not for any cabinet position in KwaZulu-Natal. We are not for any speaker. We are not for anything. When we get invited, only then we'll look at what are the nitty-gritties of such an invitation. We have never had such a discussion with MKP. We are supporting MKP in KwaZulu-Natal from a principled point of view that says the party with the majority must be the one that lead. The DA, these hypocrites, have been advocating for that. When they've refused to give Action SA mayorship, when they refused to give their partners mayorship, they always said, we are the one with the highest number, and therefore we can't give you the mayorship. What has changed in KwaZulu-Natal? Why is the DA not applying the same principle? Why is the ANC not applying the same principle? So we are going to stick to this principle as the EFF. Be rest assured, fellow South Africans, the MKP will overcome its internal leadership squabbles. It comes with the territory. There is no single organization that was formed and never faced leadership challenges. There was Mutletama here, who had to run all over the streets of Cape Town being chased by Bernard Joseph. So what do I say? We had our own share, and look at us now. We are in a much more stable way. So we are really not bothered by some potential infiltration on the leadership of MKP, given President Zuma's experience and given those guys that we're negotiating with, Abu Natin Tleko, Abu former SARS, Tom Moyane, they are well-experienced people. Surely they should be knowing how to deal with potential internal leadership squabbles. As to what MKP stands for, what do they do and all of that, we are not the spokesperson of the MKP. Let them do whatever they want to do. The people chose them. And it's not only in KwaZulu-Natal. It's in South Africa. That's why I say to you, if the DA goes into government, MKP is the official opposition. Therefore, you want official statement on any issue, you're going to have to drive to Nkandla, like you did, to go and get official reaction of MKP, because it looks like the headquarters is there. So there's nothing we can do. The people of South Africa chose that. And all we can do as people who respect democratic principles is to stick to exactly that. So the EFF is not in any formal agreement, is not getting any executive position from MKP, and it hopes that MKP internal squabbles are just an irritation for a party that is new. So within a short space of time, we hope they will be able to overcome whatever difficulties they are confronted with. What we are interested in is to work with a solid party in the National Parliament and in the legislature of KwaZulu-Natal, in the legislature of Gauteng. This part of engagement we're having with the ANC, the same principles applies everywhere. If they are going in bed with the DA in Gauteng, they must not count us in. Panyaza and TK, through their rightful conscience, they got defeated here. They've been very clear of what needs to happen. But they're a provincial structure from a fragmented organization, a highly divided organization, and if their voice is overpowered, there's nothing you can do. By the way, the DA coalition failed in the NEC. They defeated the DA coalition in the NEC. This is what happens now, these days, how the ANC is run in a criminal mafia style. They allow people to speak. Then they say, let's adjourn, the president is going to give a summary. Then what they do, they call you guys in. Then the president speaks in front of you. Those on the floor who feel that this is not the summary of the meeting, it's not a true reflection of what transpired in the meeting, they've got no platform to object to that because the media is already in. That thing Cyril was doing, I was in the NEC of the ANC. Zuma used to give, you know what the president of the ANC do? They come with a written political overview and they come with a written closing remarks. They come with 2 speeches. So you all speak. Then at the end they read that speech as if you never said anything. In that NEC where I was sitting, there was Tokyo Sowale. It was my job and Tokyo Sowale's job. When the president summarizes wrongly, Tokyo will call point of order in the NEC and say, that is not the summary of our meeting. Balaga will say, Comrade Tokyo, the meeting is closed. The president said, no, we can't allow that. We reopen that meeting and say, this is not a true reflection of what happened. What the president said is not a true reflection of what happened in the NEC. And that is going to paralyze that organization. That is going to further divide that organization. That's what led to Ngokai Toby resigning in the Eastern Cape. That this is not what we agreed on. And I must now sit here with my right conscience and tell my people to go and vote for DA when I know this was not a true reflection of the meeting. So, but that is their own internal problems. So all I'm saying is, it's not like this matter of the DA is enjoying the popular narrative even internally in the ANC. It's a lie. It's News 24, is that foundation of the Oppenheimers, Brandhurst, that says, no, this is a popular view, or the markets and all of that. We chose the markets for 30 years. Look at us now. The president says, no, we've done this in 1994 under Madiba, and we can do the same. And look at us, we're able to neutralize these people. I said to him, no. Our anger today as the youth of South Africa is, you guys gave a lot in CODESA and in 1994. The National Party came in, neutralized you, made you to adopt a constitution that is going to restrict you. When they knew they had you at the corner, they pulled out of the coalition. You are not going to ask me to repeat your mistake of 1994. I'm not coming to that past. And easy. Thank you.